Look, brother, let me ask you a question here. I mean, do you feel like you're putting effort into this guy, like, at your own detriment?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello?
Oh my goodness.
What up, what up?
What up? How are you?
I'm doing okay. It's like the afternoon, where I'm recording this. And, I like mornings. I hate nights. Nights are scary and, uncertain and weird, but days are great. They have so much, potential and light. It's good. What's your
Oh
name?
yeah. My name's Alexis.
Alexis. What's going on, Alexis? What, brings you to call, a lizard on the phone today?
Oh my goodness. Here, wait. I'm gonna like catch my breath a little bit. I'm like excited. I've been listening to your podcast for like the past 3 years.
Kick ass.
No, yeah. I guess what I'm calling about, I actually have like, I want to chat. I don't want like this therapy
Okay.
aspect of it.
Yeah.
But, so like for me personally, I'm going through like a bit of like a big life change at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I just, well, not recently, but like, I'm like 7 months pregnant currently.
Whoa.
No, yeah, but like, with this guy's baby that I had like met in rehab. I'd went through, like, it was my first time like going into treatment in 2024 in January. We had dated a bit, found out I was pregnant. I was able to like stay clean through all this, but this dude like struggled with his sobriety, which I understand and everybody understands whenever you're like going through rehabilitation. But crazy stuff. He turned out, like, whenever I talked to him in the beginning about like children and stuff, he told me he didn't have any, but he had been like deployed in Germany before, and he had had a child in Germany. Like this whole shebang where like this German girl like ended up talking to me like months later about it. I was already pregnant at that point. He went into like a veterans homeless shelter and started getting into like really hard drugs, even though he'd been sober up till then, and stuff. And now I'm just kind of like taking care of him because he lives in a state separate from like all of his family and stuff. I just kind of like last week I spent like $100 on groceries for him. I'll like randomly bring him joints so he doesn't drink. I don't know. It's just, and it's kind of like, sorry, I'm rambling a lot.
No. So okay, so just to be clear, like this guy you met in rehab, you're still like, you guys like living together?
No, I'm not living with him. I'm living with my parents now. I was in a sober living before.
Are you
like where you live? Sorry.
And is he your boyfriend? Are you guys still together?
No, we are not together. I actually broke up with him like 2 weeks before I found out I was pregnant. And then changed my phone number.
Sorry if I'm misunderstanding the story at all, but so you're and the guy that you're bringing stuff to and getting groceries for, is this the guy who's the father of the kid inside of you right now?
Yeah, he's the father of the child.
So you broke up with him 8 months ago or 7 months ago?
Yeah, I broke up with him like right before I'd found out that I was pregnant.
So I mean this genuinely. Why are you still running errands for him?
Because his family we live in Ohio, and his family lives in Texas. And he's just kind of all alone. And whenever I see him, like, he just looks like really sad. He just dwells inside all the time. It just makes, I have like a lot of hormones for him, I guess, that make me emotional for him, but I don't want anything with him like romantically or even like sexually. Like, I just want to like help him out because it's going to be like my daughter's father at some point. I don't know.
Does he do anything for you?
He listens sometimes. Like whenever like I also struggle with having friends like outside of my family, but I have a big family, so I can rely on them that way. But he's like who I go to if I'm like complaining about like family members.
Mm-hmm.
So he like provides something, and again like he'll get to be, which he was already a dad before technically, and he kind of like just like gave up on that kid, I guess. So I don't know why I'm expecting him to treat the baby I'm carrying any differently.
How old are you guys? I'm just curious.
I'm 24. He just turned 26 in like November.
Mm-hmm. How are you feeling about the whole situation?
Well, right now I just feel really overwhelmed with like the upcoming baby, and a lot of life changes are happening. Like the company I'm working for, they're like closing down, like they declared bankruptcy and stuff. He's, I don't know. I just want him to get it together to help me feel a bit at ease. I'm excited about the baby.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well, I'm curious. I mean, so this was in like an accidental pregnancy. Did it kind of take you a second to like come to terms with it and be excited about it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, my mom was like a big player in me coming to terms with it and very encouraging about me keeping it, and like supportive. So, but at first I was very much on the lines about like what I could provide. And then like I didn't really have an active father. So, and I knew like he probably wasn't going to be very active, but I was hoping like otherwise. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, this, like, would you even consider this guy like your friend?
Yeah, that's the thing about it. Like, out of a lot of the relationships I've had, and what I liked about him so much is that me and him get along in a very friendly way. Like, we get along in a playful way. He's just like also really evil, I guess. And it's like I like differentiate his evilness from him, I think, too much, and I need to get better at accepting like maybe that's just like his entire character, like that is him. It's not just like these moods he has or whatever.
Evil's a strong word. What made you pick the word evil? What made you pick? But something made you say it. Well, I mean, yeah. What made you say evil?
Like the reason why I decided to break up with him is that I was already teetering with breaking up with him because I noticed that he had like relapsed, but he wasn't admitting to it. And he like threatened to like share a lot of intimate photos of me on like Reddit and to my parents. Yeah. And then like he was going to kill himself. I had to call the police on him like 2 separate days and even meet up yeah, with them to him. Yeah. And then I changed my phone number and then I found out I was pregnant. So I reached out and then when his other German baby mom, sorry.
What's your name again?
It's Alexis.
Alexis. So why are you still running errands for this guy?
I'm just trying. I think maybe if I like help him out enough and he can like get situated enough and like get out of this hole he's in, like my baby would probably be able to have like her dad around, but I don't know if there's like any saving him because just since I've been pregnant, he's been through like detox or rehab like 5 times. Like going back and forth like as a Hail Mary to get like me to like forgive him, and then he just relapses or messes up again like right after.
Look, brother, let me ask you a question here. Do you feel like you're putting effort into this guy like at your own detriment?
Yeah. I don't know. I'd see like some sort of benefit. I don't know.
You ever talk to a real therapist about this?
I had a therapist, yeah, but I'd left the program I was in to come home to be pregnant because I couldn't stay there pregnant. But yeah, I should probably get another therapist.
Mm. I kind of asked this already, but like, I mean, how are you feeling about the whole thing? Like, how are you feeling about, getting kind of, as you said, like, how are you feeling about like running errands for this guy to your own detriment?
I don't know. I just kind of want to help him out, and then like I guess whenever like my kid's like older, I can tell her like at least I tried. Whenever I have to explain like why he's like not around or something, or hopefully like he would be, but I don't know. I'm just trying to. I don't know. Again, I just wish he'd get it together. I keep telling him to like go home to Texas and be around family, like because he relies on me as his only source of contact. But he could be lying about that. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I just really want this dude to like get it together, in some degree, like at all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I understand that's not my problem either, and I should be focused on like the baby stuff. But I feel like that they're interlinked. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, dude. It's it's so hard because there's like a. So it's weird. I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm personally like learning more about like relationships with other people, and I think there's something to be said about kind of what you're saying, where you're like, listen, I'm trying my best here, and you gotta like, I think there's a thing of like accepting that you cannot change a person. This is like accepting you cannot change a person, but knowing that you tried your best to uphold your end of the deal in a situation such as this. And hopefully the way to go about it is like, look, man, I'm going to uphold my end of this fucking deal. And I'm going to do the best I can within my finite, flawed human ability, and whatever the fuck happens after that, it was, I had no say in it. I only did the thing with the part that I had the thing in,
No, yeah, exactly. I'm hoping that once I like pop the baby out, that I will feel like my role with him was kind of finished. Like I helped him up to the extent where I could finally be like, okay, I need to be focused on this thing now. Mm-hmm. And I did my best, and maybe meeting her will help change something in him. I don't know. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. Hopefully, who knows? I do need to like back off a bit at some point and like just let him like sit in his shit a little bit to pull himself together.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, if this guy's not giving you anything back of value to your life, right? Like that's the question you have to ask yourself is like, is this person's presence in my life remotely fucking valuable? And if it's not, then I don't know. I guess what are you doing? Because you could also, I mean, I don't know how developed your own life is, or what you kind of want for yourself, and how much of the attention you're giving to this guy is detracting you from that. And I think if you felt like this guy, if you really in your gut felt like this guy's presence in your life was important to you, then it would be worthwhile to sacrifice, some of yourself for it. But if not, then, I don't really know what's going on.
No, like, that's a real thing, though. Like, I probably, I need to figure out, like, balancing, like, if I had more, like I said, like when the baby comes, that's going to be something that would need my full attention, and it would feel more fulfilling and stuff, to where I'm not like, I don't even know. I don't even know, but I am super excited that I got to talk to you, though. I've tried to call you so many times now, so I was very excited.
I'm glad, I'm glad I got
hung up because I was so excited.
I'm glad I got to talk to you too. I've been I've been on a lot of rants lately in my own brain and on the live stream thing of this, just talking about I'm like so burnt out on like the advice portion of this podcast. I'm just starting to hate like when people are like, I don't know what to do here. I just in my gut I'm just like I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like I think yeah, I get burnt out on that because I don't fucking know what to do in life at all. Life is really big and scary to me, and I don't know how to deal with like a lot of shit. But I liked talking to you about this because it's a bit of a, I feel like we kind of are like talking through something. It felt I felt good. I felt I enjoyed, and I liked hearing your perspective on this situation and hearing what's going on with you. It was cool.
Thank you. I enjoyed getting to like let out my yapping a little bit, and that's all it was nice to get to do that and get to be listened to, so thank you for that.
Alexis, is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Have a good night. Thank you.
Hey, you too. Bye-bye.
All right, goodbye.
Hey, what's your name?
Rafi.
Rafi. What's up, Rafi?
What's going on? I don't know, man. I just started grad school to be a therapist, and the more I learn about it, it's really interesting. I just don't know if I'm built for this.
Yeah. I mean, I think being a real... I'm just going to be honest. I think being a real therapist... I don't want to say sounds awful. I think that's like a simplification. But I think it requires you to be a very specific kind of person with like a specific... brain and a specific amount of like emotional tolerance. I remember one time I was talking to I saw a therapist I saw a therapist for like pretty much all of the summer of 2024, and I remember I was really like going off to him. I like really emotionally going off to him. And I was like, I was crying and I was going off to him. And I remember I was deeply in my own emotions, but I was looking at him. And after I finished my rant, I said to him, I was like, you have a really hard job, like, because I don't know how the fuck I would feel if somebody just said everything that I just fucking said with so much direness and emotion to me. I would feel completely insane.
Yeah, can I ask, did you feel like better? Do you feel like it worked? Because my fear is like I'm just gonna not help people, and like they're gonna come to me, and like I'm gonna try my best, giving empathetic space and just listening openly, no judgment, and not like giving advice or anything, but just listening, right? So do you feel like that actually made an impact for you?
That's a good question. I think it helps in the moment, but one of the things that I don't like about therapy is that, it's such an individual thing, because for some people who maybe have trouble processing their own emotions, like it's helpful to talk them out. For me, I'm a big journal guy. Like I journal almost every day, and I've been doing it regularly for like 8 years, and that's therapy. That's therapy for me, is journaling. That's how I get out my emotions and my thoughts and my feelings. For a little bit, I was like, I haven't been doing this that much recently, but I had a phase where I was like writing journals and then copy pasting them into ChatGPT and being like, what do you think about this? And it would give me back some good feedback. And I liked that. And therapy is kind of meant to scratch that same itch. Are you going to be good at it? I mean, some people are gonna.
I think so. Shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, some people are gonna hate you. Some people, they're gonna say a bunch of stuff to you about their life, and then you're gonna say something like, "Well, how do you feel about that?" And they're gonna go, "Fuck this guy. I hate that I'm paying him $100 an hour, or 200 or 300, whatever the fuck it is." And they're gonna hate you, and they're gonna think that you're useless. But then other people, they'll say a bunch of shit to you, and you'll go, "Well, how do you feel about that?" And they'll go, "Oh my god, no one's ever asked me that before. This is how I feel about it." And you'll just be like a blank, rubber wall for them to bounce their shit off of and figure it out by themselves. That's how therapy felt to me. Is I was talking to this guy, and I was talking to him about a bunch of shit, and while I was talking to him, I was going, "Well, maybe actually this," and well, actually, okay. Now that I'm talking about it, the conclusion is actually this. And I felt like I was getting ripped off because I was doing therapy on myself, basically, while this guy was, standing there. So, maybe subconsciously that was helpful.
It's so weird because you got to like find that right balance of like not giving someone advice and telling them what to do, but also like gently pushing them to do the right thing, or just like what they perceive to be the right thing for them. And like, how do I hold my shit back? It's just been really interesting. And like, I think I'm fucking built for it. I just hope that like I can do it properly and like not harm people. Cause like I've had bad therapists, and like there's not like a determining factor. There's not like a line in the sand that makes you good therapist, bad therapist, other than the like ethically incorrect things to do, which there are.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It sounds trite, but the more I do this show and the older I get and the more I think about stuff and the more I ride the roller coaster of my own life, the more I just have less and less answers to any of the things, right? And therapy is kind of there for you to work out the answers to your own things, but therapy is not like a pill you can take to change your life. It's not like I don't know. Sometimes you have to do stuff. That was the thing. That was why I got sick of therapy. Is I was talking about my problems, and I thought about a couple things. First of all, this might sound insane, but when I was regularly going to therapy and regularly journaling about my problems, part of me thought to myself, by talking about this stuff, what's the line between talking through your problems in a healthy way versus talking about your problems and thinking about them so much that you center your life around your problems? And I got to a point where I was like, I think the centerpiece of my life is not my joy, is not my relationships, it's not what I have, it's my fucking bullshit fucking shit that I'm always complaining about in my journal or in therapy. And to what point is it healthy for me to work these things out versus to what point do I just go, you know what, I'm just going to try to think about things differently, and I'm going to try to do the most annoying thing of all time, which is take some form of actual action, whatever that looks like, to deal with my problems instead of just repeating them over and over and fucking over again. I don't know what the hell.
I feel that fucking like awareness is like the first step, but it doesn't fucking do shit.
No, it doesn't do anything.
To be aware of a problem,
right?
It's like it's cool. It's like cool. Now I know I have a problem, but like fuck, what am I supposed to do now? Like, you're so right, man. That taking action part, fucking hard.
Yeah, you gotta do stuff. You gotta do stuff. Like I hated I don't know, I don't know. I don't want to like get into my own fucking problems, but like, I just for a while I was like, I'd like to think I'm a fairly action-oriented person. I'm trying to become more of one, but the more you talk through your problems and the less you take any action or do anything about them, you just wind up being a you just from I'm saying this from experience. The more you just wind up being like a sad sack, you know, like I got kind of tired of it, and I was like, dude.
No, I feel like I've been doing a lot of like relearning about like what therapy is just by being in school, and like I had a thought that there was people who just kind of belonged in therapy, but that's just like so wrong. Like you're not supposed to be in therapy for a long time.
No.
Or like if you are, like it's very special cases. But you're not supposed to be in therapy forever. You're really supposed to be there until your shit is solved and you get out. Like that, like sitting with the sadness, like fuck.
Yeah, you don't want to just sit with it forever. You don't want to just dwell and dwell and dwell and dwell and dwell forever, right? At a certain point, I think you gotta go make a plan and like do some shit, but also some everyone's kind of oriented differently, and I'm only speaking from like this is just my like experience in my life, and I think it would be arrogant of me to assume that my life experience is mirrors everyone else's, and so for some people like genuinely some people who have not had opportunities to talk things out, maybe because they haven't discovered journaling or they haven't, they don't have a strong support system. It could be helpful. It could be helpful. So I'm just speaking from my own experience. I'm not. I don't want to say that my experience is God or anything. But yeah, I think being a real therapist, I think would be exhausting. I mean, I get pretty exhausted a lot of the times doing this show, and this is like a total bullshit thing. And so
I don't think so. I don't know if I'd call it bullshit.
No, but I'm being self-deprecating, Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think like being a real, and well, it's fine. I mean, yeah, I get exhausted doing this show, but like being like a real therapist who has like genuine accountability, because they're like a medical professional. Yeah, it sounds like a lot.
I don't even feel like that part scares me, like the ethics of it all, or just keeping with the code and keeping with laws and telling clients about informed consent. And I don't feel like those things aren't scaring me. It's just the concept of like being in a room with someone and then them looking to me as some sort of like person with answers when I'm just me. Like I feel like, I don't know, like does my years of like working in a practicum space or internship or whatever, is that really going to make me prepared? I don't know.
Well, no, yeah, of course. Well, no, yeah, of course. Well, anyone who comes to therapy looking for answers, I mean, good luck. Well, I don't think, I mean, I think like answers can, only you already have the answers.
Right. So maybe it's just that concept of therapy is not just in my own head. It's looking for answers, but that's not it for everyone.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Therapy it's weird. I know.
Weird, man.
I found a lot of joy, and I'm not trying to be like a, whatever. I talked on the podcast a little while ago, back when I was really. I'm less into it now because I think I got a little too into it, and I started like. What I'm trying to say is like, I still love journaling, but journaling and throwing my journals into ChatGPT was really helpful. I could see it being kind of detrimental in some sense, because I at a certain point, like I was kind of amazed at the technology. I was amazed that like I could get objective, non-emotional, logical, well thought out, well reasoned answers from a machine. And I was kind of intoxicated by that for a while, but then I started living my life, not living my life, but I started kind of thinking in terms of the machine, and that was a little too rigid for me, I think. But it's helpful if you've never done it. it's a helpful thing to do, especially if you can't afford
I haven't.
therapy.
I use ChatGPT here and there for like fucking assignments and shit, but like I haven't put my own personal like whatever I'm dealing with into ChatGPT. I haven't thought about that.
I'm not gonna put my Lyle stamp of endorsement on it by any means, but I was doing it for a while and it was helpful for me for the duration I was doing it. And I still like use it. I still use it for advice a lot because it's
but
this, like,
fuck, nothing beats
thing.
a Gecko. Let's be real.
No, it's better than me. It's way it's way better than me. Dear God, please, if you have a question, because ChatGPT, you'll never ask it something and it'll go. You'll never ask ChatGPT something and have it go, oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. I'll do that 9 times out of fucking 10.
It's not validating to put something into ChatGPT and give me like 500, 700 words. Like sometimes I don't want all of that, But I guess you can tailor your message and have them give you less.
Well, I think you'll die one day, and before that, probably find some joys. Is that comforting?
Oh shit. Somewhat.
Okay.
I like the last part.
There's a good
dying part, but shit.
No,
right.
What do you mean you don't know? What do you mean? Oh, I know about it. You're definitely gonna die one day. That's 100% thing that I'm certain of. I'm 100% certain that you're gonna die one day, and I'm certain that one day you and I will die, and I'm optimistic that between now and then we will find moments of joy in some way, shape, or form, and also moments of sadness and of horniness and of being really hungry and of having diarrhea and of eating a piece of candy, maybe.
That does make me feel better. Yes, that was good. Thank you.
What's your name again?
It's Rafi.
Rahi?
Rafi. It's Raphael, but I go by
Rafi. Well, Rafi,
yeah.
Listen, man, God bless Uzbekistan, and God bless your aunt, and God
bless your aunt.
God bless your mother, your fucking aunt. Is there anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
No. Have a good night. Drink water. We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
Peace. Thank you. Good night.
Bye, Rafi. That was Rafi. That was nice. I liked that. Therapy's crazy. I don't have anything else to add to that conversation that I don't think I already said. Yeah, I'm still trying to debate. I don't know. I'm curious people's thoughts. If you listen to this podcast or you watch it on YouTube or whatever, let me know. I don't know the conversation we just had. I'm genuinely curious what other people's thoughts are on it. So leave a comment with your thoughts on, like, I don't know, is therapy helpful for you? Like, what's been helpful for you? Like, I guess the general question I'm curious about for myself and for the people listening is like moving your life forward or like dealing with your shit. Like, what's been the most helpful thing? Because yeah, I'm just to reiterate, like, I'm so torn between how much of talking about your problems is centering them in your life versus how much is centering them in your life versus like dealing with it. I really don't know, so I'm curious what people think. So leave a comment or don't or do whatever you want. What's up, Shelly? How you doing?
Okay. Oh, not much. I'm actually doing pretty good. How are you, man?
I'm doing actually pretty good myself. Is there anything in particular you called in to want to talk about, Shelly?
Well, you did say earlier you're not really in the mood for advice.
Well, don't, forget about what I said earlier. You can tell me, don't, whatever you want to talk about, I'm in for.
Honestly, I've been doing really good. The past times I've tried to call in, I always need like some deep, like, some type of specific advice, but I don't really have anything right now.
What is it that, okay, well then, what is it that was going on and what changed?
I think I was feeling really lost about what I wanted to do in my life. I remember I felt like I didn't have any goals to work for. So I'm turning 21. I've been doing community college, and I honestly just did that because it was expected to from my family. And I told myself I wanted to get in psychology, but that shit is kind of lame. Like, I don't want to do school. So now I'm pursuing audio engineering and music because that's my true passion.
Very cool. And yeah, I mean, are you feeling like you have more direction now?
I do. I found like this perfect trade school that's only like 40 minutes away, and it's everything I like want and need for like a day job in audio engineering. And also, it's like I can learn to be a self-producing artist too, and use all their fancy equipment.
Yeah, cool. Is that like the ultimate goal, like a day job in some form of audio engineering, and then the dream is to be like a recording artist?
The dream for me, honestly, lies in singing. I feel like being more like an artist and not necessarily being famous, but being able to just do that as much as I can and getting paid at the same time would be great.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that is the true dream. Like, I get jealous every time I, see someone like, what's like a recent artist? Like, just like these pop stars that they don't touch their instruments. Their producers and audio engineers make the music for them. But I want to be able to sing, play every instrument, produce it all, mix it. So yeah, that is the ultimate goal right now.
I like it. That's cool. It's nice. It's nice to, for as jealous as you may feel about those people, look, it's nice to have something that you want and care about doing. It's valuable. It's a diamond to have a dream. I know that sounds like something from a Disney movie, but I really mean it. I think it's nice to have to be excited at the potential of a thing that could happen, or I mean, but actually, I mean, look, most of all is I'm excited for you because you seem like you actually just fucking want to make the music, which is the most important part.
Honestly, okay, I will say it's not all like paradise. I'm having issues finding original sound and original melodies because I'm so used to singing everyone else's music and songs and covers. So that's the one thing that scares me is like, shit, wait, what if I can teach myself every instrument, but how do I compose something like I've never heard of or someone else has never heard of before? So that's the scary part. But I think it's something I'm going to have to learn along the way, Mm-hmm. So yeah, part of me's scared. Part of me feels I get like imposter syndrome, like, oh, maybe I'm not as good as I want to or hope I am and will be. But I don't want to be like my father's like, oh, you should get into medical field and make this much and work in fluorescent lighting 12 hours a day. Like, that sounds like I'd rather kill myself.
Yeah, no. Being in med school and working under fluorescent lighting sucks. I mean, look, some people. Well, I'm glad it doesn't. I'm glad not everyone thinks that it sucks, because if everyone thought it sucked, then there'd be no doctors, when that would be bad. Mm-hmm. But
I kind of need those.
Yeah, dude. Look, I'm good. I'm glad to hear that you have a thing you want to do. You have some sort of direction. I guess for anyone listening to this, and you're right. I did say earlier that I'm not, I'm a little burnt out on advice, but I feel like I've learned a couple fucking things, and one of them is like that just having some semblance of a sense of direction of a thing you want to do is where the real beauty lies. I think the beauty lies in that and in enjoying the work more than it does in any kind of material success, right? Because your material success is it everything leads back to the actual work of whatever it is you're doing. So you can have material success and it's great and it can be beautiful, but it all comes back to, you know, the work. I mean, in my life, it's like, you know, whatever. I go to interview Doja Cat and I do a Vice documentary and I tour Australia and I got all these cool things. They all lead me right back here talking to you, doing the work of making the fucking podcasts and whatnot. You know what I mean? So it all it all leads back to the work. So if all you have is the work and you don't have the material success that you imagine, it's the same fucking thing, because the material success you imagine leads you right back to the work, right? Like you always
Definitely.
you're in this whether you're fucking making music in your bedroom for 0 people or you're Kendrick Lamar. You know, you're in the studio. You're both in the studio. You're both dragging shit around the fucking timeline on your computer and coming up with stuff. So that's where everything is.
Yeah, definitely. And I've been doing like this thing called mindful doom scrolling.
Oh God.
Where I've trained. It sounds bad, but before it used to be processed garbage that I would forget about. But now I switched over to like YouTube Shorts because it's tailored to all of my, you know, like music theory, artist interviews. And I really like Tyler, the Creator. He is saying things like, oh shit, wait, I'm going blank. He just has really good advice. It's just like, what are you scared of? Go for it. Oh, one interview I really like, he put it where no one knows what you're capable of except for you. Like, no one knows what you're going to be doing in the next 5 years. Everyone just knows you from what you've already done. So he's telling everyone at 19, I'm going to get a Grammy, I'm going to get a Grammy. And they're like, no, you're not. Like, you're just a kid. You're like, shut up. And he was so confident, he tweeted it like forever ago and then retweeted it when he won his Grammy. Like, and it was just like so inspiring. And it's like, I'm now telling everyone like, hey, by the way, I'm going to win a Grammy, whether that's in singing or producing.
Wait, hold on. Why are you telling everyone you're going to win a Grammy?
Because it's going to happen. It's like if you
hold on. I just want to make sure you heard everything. I just want to make sure you heard the rant that I went on. Did you hear the rant I just went on?
Yes, but it's also part of me is like, I would rather get my hopes up than think the opposite. Like, I'm never gonna win a Grammy.
Okay, all right. You know what? I hope you win a Grammy. I hope you win a Grammy.
Thank you.
And if the idea that someday you may win a Grammy makes you feel good and makes you want to work and do your thing, then please continue to tell people that you're gonna get a Grammy.
Well, maybe I shouldn't. Actually, I'm taking it back because I recently looked up the list of artists who don't have Grammys, and Nicki Minaj does not have a Grammy, and I think she should, but maybe she just hasn't got one yet.
Well,
and I
here's
haven't
the thing.
gotten one yet.
But the Grammys are just like, but the Grammys are like, that's all bullshit. That's like, whatever. That's like 10 people who like think that they're important enough that they're, you know, they matter, but they don't. Who gives a shit about the fucking Grammys?
Shit, you're right.
It's just a bunch of people. The Grammys and the Oscar. These are like a group of like 10 fucking people who have successfully convinced the masses that their elite opinions on things matter and create reality, and it's complete and total bullshit and doesn't matter at all. I really hope that you know what I hope? I hope that you can make $50,000 a year making music. That's what I hope for you. I hope you can achieve higher than that. But my baseline hope for you is that you make $50,000 a year making music, and you don't have to work at Chipotle, and you can pay off your student debt, and you can make the songs you really want to make that make you happy to make. That's what I hope for you more than you getting a Grammy.
You know what? Yeah. Shit, you're good. Dude, are you a therapist?
No, I'm a crazy person.
Damn.
But I think about these things a lot. I do. I think about these things a lot.
You're right. I think I'm definitely setting those realistic goals while having, like, wishful thinking.
Yeah. Again, if your wishful thinking makes you feel happy and motivated, then God bless you. What's your name again?
Yes. My name is Shelly.
Shelly. All right, yeah, fuck it, Shelly. Where can we find you?
I don't. That's my thing. I don't have any, like, an online presence yet.
You wanna win a Grammy and you don't have a? Ah, my God. All right, well, go make one. Goddamn.
Okay, here, I will call and, like, I'll have more of... I was going to have a gig, but I had to cancel it because I was moshing and someone punched me in the throat, and I can't really sing right now. It's getting better.
Yeah, that's called fucking around and finding out.
No, I didn't want to mosh. My friend pushed me in, and I was like, no, this is too much. It was like a really shitty venue, and it smelled bad, and it was actually, I had a really horrible week, but now it's good, because that was like, I had to cancel my first music gig. They were going to pay me like $3.25 for 3 hours of singing. And I'm like, dude, I can do that.
That's pretty good.
But, so that's the thing that's making me depressed is right now I can't sing. And I'm a phenomenal singer. Like, so it just, no singing just kind of makes me, like, depressed, but it's like, just for now. We're taking a break.
Shelly, is there anything you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
I just want to say, thank you for being you, and stay green.
God bless Afghanistan, and talk to you later, Shelly.
All right. I'll have an interview with you when I'm rich and famous one day.
See you later.
Bye.
I feel like that thing she said at the end indicated that I don't think she listened to anything that I said. But also, you know what? I don't think she listened to anything that I said, but that's okay. I also think I think I'm a total bummer. Yeah, that's why I don't like giving advice. That's why, because I'm just a bummer. Maybe she totally should aspire to win a Grammy. Maybe I'm just being a bummer, and I'm wrong, and you should want to, like, I don't know. Big dreams are good. Maybe I'm just jealous. Maybe I'm jealous of her. Maybe that's it. Maybe I used to wanna. Well, actually, I don't know. I mean, I think I accomplished a lot of the things I used to wanna accomplish. And so I feel like I've seen what that looks like up close, and it's different than what it looked like from afar. And I feel like I've kind of learned a little bit, and so that's why I said all the shit that I said. But I also I think I've become less ambitious over the years, and it's actually one of my problems that I've become a little bit less ambitious over the years. I'd like to be more ambitious. I've been I started making crap a long time ago. I've been making stuff and having ambitions for like 14 years. And yeah, maybe I was just jealous of her ambition and I wanted to zap it out of her. But simultaneously, I also think I have a little bit of perspective on some of this stuff enough to that I believe in everything I said. But yeah, whatever. I don't. Maybe I just want a Grammy. Maybe that's it.
Call from.
Right.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? Is my mic picking anything up in the back?
Are you on like speakerphone or like what's up with you?
No, I'm on Google Voice.
Oh, okay. Well. All right. So, and you're holding your phone up to your thing?
No, I'm on PC.
Okay, so you're in like a microphone. All right, we can chat. Can you guys hear this guy?
It's exactly like a phone call.
All right, you guys can hear this.
I've done this before. I've called again. I used Seth last time.
Oh, wait. So we talked before.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, hold on. All right, hold on. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I usually cut this part of the podcast out where we're doing the audio check stuff, but let's just leave it in for now. Let's just leave it in.
Okay.
It's part of the lore of this conversation. Okay, so we've talked before, Seth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But,
so hold on. I'm gonna give some context.
Can I have a request though? Can you not put it in the podcast?
No.
The Spotify podcast, please.
No.
My brother listens to it.
No.
And last time he found it.
If you don't want to be in the podcast, then I have to hang up on you, unfortunately.
Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you again soon, Seth.
No. Just put it in the podcast.
Okay, you're okay with this being in the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Disclaimer,
sure?
Are
Are you all right? Hold on. Are you sure? Because I don't. If we have this whole conversation,
no, I'm fine.
And we
it was just like
if
it
we
was
have
okay with you, you could cut it. But I'm fine with it being in there.
Well, I only want you to do this if you want to be in the podcast.
Well, no, that's the thing is I'm 50-50 over it, so I'm comfortable with it being online and accessible.
Are you 100% sure?
Yes.
Okay. Well, this is recorded confirmation. You are 100% sure
Consent,
that you want this to be in the podcast. I'm asking you 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yes.
All right. We're leaving all this in. This is all. This is.
Okay.
We're not cutting out the audio checks. We're not cutting out this. This is all staying in.
Whole thing.
All right. So for some context, I remember you. You're 18, right?
Yeah. Do you want me to do a recap? I can do.
No, I'll do the recap. So you're 18, and you were talking about last time we talked. You talked about how you were gonna you wanted to go on a trip, right?
Yeah.
But your friends weren't gonna go with you, and you weren't gonna go. You didn't want to go without your friends, and I was telling you that you should just go anyway. And I was yelling at you a lot, and I was talking over you a lot, and I got a lot of comments on our conversation.
That's actually my brother texted me about it. That's why I knew he listened to it.
I got a lot of comments on our conversation from people saying that I yelled at you too much and I talked over you too much. Did you see those?
No, you were fine. Yes, I did.
I
didn't even know there were comments.
I also thought I was fine. I disagreed with those comments. I felt as though I yelled at you an appropriate amount, and I
was all
regret
over the place. I actually have notes this time.
I don't regret yelling at you. I meant every word that I yelled at your face. What are your notes? Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So the context when I called last time, right? Some dude kind of dropped a nuke on the friend group, went to shit. It's fine now, actually. It's like nothing happened, except he's just not there. And it's hilarious because he's now best friends with one of our other friends' exes and someone else's exes. Okay. So we call them the evil league of exes because they're all friends. And like 2 of them are dating. It's hilarious. They're like the evil us. It's so funny, but irrelevant.
So Seth, let me ask you this: what's going on with you? Are you going to take the trip?
Probably not, actually.
Well, why not?
Gonna wait till next year.
What's next? What's happening next year?
No money right now.
Ah, okay. All right.
And also, my friends are. I'd be willing to wait for them because they're both coming.
I thought Seth, I yelled at you about this already. You want me to yell at you again?
No.
All right. Well,
but
listen. Well, let me ask you this, man. You called back in again, and I'm curious why. I assume you had a specific reason.
Just kind of an update because like my first semester of classes, bombed it, completely bombed it. Passed my physics class.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. So I'm trying not to do that again.
Mm-hmm.
And then my other friend group went to shit, actually. The other one's completely fine, and the other one just like exact same thing. But it's online, so it's like not as serious, but like talk to him daily for a few years, so it's not just like meh, whatever.
Okay.
Trying to put together my notes.
Can you do me a favor? You have notes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are they like bullet point notes?
Yeah.
Okay, can you just read me off all of the bullet points?
Ooh. Okay, so we got it based off of the online friend group event going to shit.
Okay. Yeah. Could you just read them to me like verbatim, like just like no context? Okay. You just read me the words.
Yeah. So I have it in 3. So it's before, the thing that happened, and after. The before is just recap about all that, and so pretty much bullet point 1 is done. Now we're at the online friend group bullet point.
Okay.
And then we'll get to what happened after.
No, Seth, can you read just the piece of paper you're looking at? Just read all the bullet points.
So, number 2, I think we kind of covered this in the last one. It's like, I've been gay the whole time, but then there's like this chick that I like. So, we figured that whole thing out.
Okay.
Gay, but I can develop feelings for chicks. And that has to come into play. So, chick that I've known for a while, right?
Wait, hold on. What is this?
This is the point 2. Because if I read the bullet points, then that spoils it.
Yeah, but I just want you to. You know what?
It works. It works. I promise.
Fine. You know what?
Fine.
Can you read me the bullet points?
Met the chick, fumbled.
Mm-hmm.
That thing that I just explained. Then after effects, trying not to fail classes, trying not to fail them, trying to go to classes, figuring out how to recover from the fumble is what I need the advice on.
Okay, yeah. Okay, go ahead. All right, let's focus in on that.
Okay.
Let's focus in on that. Let's focus in on that. That's going to be what this call is about.
Focusing on the fumble.
Go ahead and what is the fumble? What did you fumble?
So, chick, known her for like a year, my age, online, same interests and shit. Talk like daily, VCs shit, all that. The thing is, she lives like 12 hours away. But like, I've talked to her mom and like her dad. And I've known her for like 2 years almost. So, like, I was like, oh, she's kind of cool, right? And I was like, okay, I like her more than just she's my friend. And I was like, okay, fuck it. I'll go for it instead of just being a little pisswimp. And it was a no, but then she's awkward. And now, because the whole thing is like that friend group, I was kind of like, meh. She was really the only reason I was still friends with half of the people. So it's like, do I try to salvage the relationship, or do I just bail? I'm
Seth. I'm only acting like this because I mean this. I'm invested.
I'm probably explaining it very
no.
badly,
I am invested in you having a good life. I don't know you at all, but I'm just like in this moment that I'm talking to you, I'm invested in you having a good life. I'm extremely confused at what you
online
mean by,
chick. Okay.
Okay. What do you mean you fumbled this?
Friends with her.
Okay. All right. You're friends with her.
Confessed
you
that I
said
have feelings.
Okay. You
she
confessed
said
you have
she
feelings.
doesn't.
She said she
a
doesn't.
Fumble.
No, that's not a fumble. That's not a fumble.
That is. I feel like.
No. Seth. Not a fumble. It's actually it's actually a field. It's actually hold on. It's actually a field goal. Let me tell you why it's a field goal. Let me tell you why it's a field goal, Seth. Let me tell you why it's a field goal, Seth. Okay.
No, it's a fumble.
Seth, I'm gonna keep yelling at you. I'm gonna yell at you again. Okay. I'm gonna yell at you. All the comments are gonna be like, "Lyle, why'd you yell at that guy?" And I'm gonna not care. And I'm gonna be, Seth, it was not a fumble. It was a field goal. Okay, fucking listen to me. The second you decided, you know what? I'm gonna express my feelings for this girl. And the second you grew the balls and you did it, you scored the field goal. Okay? Because you're 18 and no relationship you're going to have at this point in your life is going to really matter all that much. But the development of the skill of having the courage to express your feelings is a W and is a field goal and is not a fumble. A fumble in this situation for you, Seth, would be if you were to never express your feelings at all and decide to play it completely safe and not risk rejection. That's a fumble, Seth.
But
what? But what?
Then we'd still be talking. Cause like
but you would still be you would have a relationship that is skewed by the dishonesty of your feelings for her, because you would have a friendship with this woman, but you would want something more, and the fact that you want something more would be it would be what?
I'd rather put up with that than the other shit.
But Seth, are you in college or anything? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm in college. I'm in computer engineering.
Okay, do you live on campus?
Yeah.
You live on a college campus?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you staying in a dorm?
Yes.
Seth, I'm gonna kill you. Go out in Seth, you're 18. You live on a college campus. Fuck this girl that lives 12 hours away who you said she doesn't like you. Go, God damn it, Seth. Go to clubs. Go start clubs. Go talk to random people that you find attractive on park benches. But what, Seth?
That requires socialization.
It sure goddamn does, Seth.
Would you do that?
If I were you,
if you were in my predicament, what would you do?
If I were in your predicament,
on a bracelet.
Well, let me tell you something, Seth. If I was in your predicament and I was the 18-year-old version of myself, I would be, I was okay when I was 18. I was actually pretty, whatever. You know what? Here's the problem: is that if I were the 18-year-old version of myself, I would have 18-year-old version of myself fears and anxieties, and you know what, now that I'm talking about it, I empathize with you that you have those fears and anxieties that 18-year-old version of myself would have.
Exactly.
But but you get what but I'm 27 version
I do.
Okay, but I'm 27-year-old version of myself now, and you and I are talking, and I'm trying to tell you with my 27-year-old version of myself with my brain that you should overcome the fear that you have of the socialization and not be fixated on this, this lady that lives 12 hours away. Well, and so if I were you now, with the brain I have now, I would write down a list of my interests, and I would join or start clubs related to them, and I would try to work up the cajoles to fucking talk to people. and it's really hard. I don't have like good advice for you on how to get over it, but like, you know, I mean that's the thing, man. It's a real Nike just do it situation. But again, I'm just letting you know, and I actually think I did really understand this when I was 18. Is like the putting yourself out there and getting rejected is not a fumble. The fumble is to, you know, just stay in your room and you know, jerk off 1,000 times and not do anything, you know.
You doing, kid?
Okay. Okay, that's all I have for you today. That's all I have for you today, Seth. Call in next week. We'll talk again. You know what? We're gonna keep doing this until you eventually call me and you're like, things are going good. Normally I don't like when people. I don't really like return callers.
Other things are fine. It's
okay.
Just
hold on, but I'm not a big I'm not a big return caller guy. Like historically in this podcast, I'm not a return caller guy. I want to make an exception for you, Seth. If you call in again. Don't call in next week. Call in, give it some time. But you call in again. I will make you the only honorary return therapy gecko caller, mainly because I have a lot of fun yelling at you, and I want to hear what's going on in your life.
Am I where you get your anger out?
Yeah, I get a lot of adrenaline and serotonin from yelling at you. So please call in again.
Okay, I will.
All right. Is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go, Seth?
I saw this reel where it was an idea for a show where it's 9 gay dudes and 1 straight dude, and they have to vote out the straight guy, and if it remains him, he gets money. But plot twist, they're all straight guys, and it's just weeks of 10 straight dudes convincing each other who's gay.
Okay, all right, I'll check that out.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it not? It'd be hilarious.
All right, I'll talk to you later, Seth.
Okay.
All right, later, man.
Later.
Yeah, well, I don't know about it. Yeah, we'll hear from Seth again. I'm not a big return caller guy, but something about, you know what? It's funny. I was talking to Seth just now, and I was like, yeah, if I were back into my 18-year-old version of myself, I would probably have similar amounts of anxiety that he does. But I'm trying to. But if I could go back with my 27-year-old brain, I might do it a little bit differently. And I don't know. Isn't that the point of a conversation? Is you get a different perspective on a thing? I don't know. I really like yelling.
Therapy Gecko's on the line, taking your phone calls every night. Therapy Gecko's doing it right. He's teaching you how to live your life, but he's not really an expert.